Welcome back to the Barrel Talk Podcast. This is episode 106. Joined with the Will Snowball, Connor Carson's Nick Wynn on the call. How we doing?
Yes, sir. Welcome back.
Yeah. Finally a Tuesday off, bro.
How we doing?
You ain't been on since what, week 2?
Something like
Or
that.
week
Yeah,
1?
the new job just doesn't want to hire people, bro. I don't know.
Tuesdays just don't work for
Tuesday, they got me. They're killing me over there.
Fuck.
But
At
it's
least you're
good
making
money,
good money.
so yeah,
Wasting all that money. Throwing it
No.
on the Celtics.
yeah.
We're 3-0 against the spread.
Really?
Watch out. We're 3-0 as a team,
Wow, I might
too.
have to keep track of that.
We beat the piss out of the Wizards yesterday, but this is an NFL chat right now.
Yeah.
That's why I got the beanie on.
Yep,
It's getting cold here.
trade deadline today. And then we also got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about from week 8.
Crazy week.
Yeah, it's
Just-
very crazy week.
Yeah. Trade deadline is awesome.
Yeah, a lot went down, but we got started off with our
Power rankings.
updated power rankings. I feel like there's a lot of
I got to look at
this
mine
week.
again.
I feel like there's a good amount of movement this week.
Because I think there's going to be a couple teams in here that, like, it'll be the back half.
Yeah.
It's like the 10 to, 5 will be different.
My top 5's completely different.
I don't know if mine's going to be completely different.
Mine's incomplete. So I have my 1 through 9, and then my 10 could be 3 different teams.
So, mine,
It's really like that right now, though.
honestly, I don't hate mine from last week. Maybe you just moving teams down is really the thing. That's really what I'm worried about, because most of these teams are still on pace to do, really good.
Mm-hmm. So let me read off last week's power rankings.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say I need a little refresher.
10 we had Buffalo, 9 we
God.
had Cincinnati, 8 we had Detroit, 7 Jacksonville, 6 Cowboys, 5 Ravens, 4 Dolphins, 3 Niners, 2 Eagles, 1 KC.
See, I don't think there's any team that moves in there, but I think there's a lot of retooling that's going to get done.
I think
I can't see any of those teams that drop out.
there's a team that moves in there for me for sure and moves pretty high up.
Did you drop out the Bills?
No, that's what my 10 spot. There's
Let's
three.
say who did
there's-
you drop out? That's what I'm
There's
interested
3
in.
teams.
Because
in my
all these
10
teams
spot.
basically won this week. All these good teams, unless I'm forgetting one.
I just talking about power rankings and the definition of power rankings
Mhm.
week to week. It might be hot, but week to week at my 10, you could either argue I'm fine with putting any 3 of these teams here.
Okay.
I'm fine with just going with the Bills again at 10.
Okay.
I have could be hot, but I have the Niners. We're on a 3-game losing streak, losing to 2 of the teams in the top 10.
See, I don't think I can.
Getting handled by
Wow.
2 of these teams.
I can't drop the Niners that far.
That's a drop.
I
And then-
can't drop that.
And then arguable team on a win streak
Seahawks.
that handled No, I have the Niners well within my list in my power rankings.
You just said you had the Niners dropping.
No, I have the Seahawks in my list.
And
And then honorable mention just because sad day in Minnesota. It's not going to make the list because it's a conjoined one. We have the Vikings on 3-game win streak. Handle the Niners.
What?
Listen,
not after what we're going to talk about later.
I don't. Yes, I don't believe.
Sadly.
That's why I just wanted to put them.
Yeah.
Give them some credit.
So
because
I'm so interested. So I'm guessing you had. Do you have a backup? If the. I don't know.
I'm
Because because if we put the bill, if we keep the Bills at 10, let's say we keep the Bills at 10.
Yeah.
Whatever. Then where do the 49ers fall for you?
the 49ers.
Do
out
they
of
fall
mine-
out of the top 10?
Yes.
Already?
See, I don't know. I can't do that.
We're talking 3 straight losses.
I can't do
And
that.
losing hold of the division.
Wow.
And I'm not talking about losses by 1 or 2 points. You lost closer to the Browns. You get handled by the Vikings, and then you get handled easily by the Bengals. I mean, we got to have the same respect because when the Bills lost, we dropped them hella.
I don't know if do we count that as getting handled by the Vikings when Brock Purdy made mistakes? He had chances in those games to go and drive down the field and win the game.
But that's handled. I feel
That's not getting handled. That's on one guy who threw terrible
their
balls.
defense got handled.
has a team that's
Their
mainly
defense
known.
did, yeah.
Their
As a
defense
team that's
got
mainly
worked.
known for their defense, I would say they got handled.
Their
The
defense
Vikings-
got worked.
The Vikings and Bengals were moving the ball up the field.
I mean,
whenever
yeah,
they
that's
wanted to.
fair.
I have no problem.
I just think right now within this week, coming off 3 straight losses to this team that we consider the best team in football.
Top to top, right.
Yes, 3 straight losses. And I think the teams that I have in the back half of my list have just been better over the course of this past week 2 weeks. If I'm
That's
being
fair.
honest. I mean, they're winning games. I mean, we got to have the same
You might be convincing me.
we have to have the same kind of respect because say the Cowboys, if they lost 3 straight, we'd have the Cowboys off the whole list.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Niners should get
Just 'cause we hate the Cowboys here.
I would put the Niners at 9.
I'm fine with putting them anywhere between 9 and 10.
I think I'd go 9.
I'm gonna have to go with the official list we had because I didn't make one last week myself.
That's what I'm
but-
going off of.
Okay.
Because I just deleted mine on accident.
So
And I don't want to
I have
remake it.
mine. I have the Niners at 7.
I was gonna say I have them anywhere between
I
7
think
and
I'm at
9.
10
I think ceiling 7, lowest 10 for sure.
So there's somebody you guys have out of this list. If I have the Bills and Niners tied for my 10 spot right now.
I have like a 10 and 11.
I don't have the Seahawks in
tied
mine.
with the Bills and the Seahawks.
Really?
Not yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't put the Seahawks in there
Not
yet.
yet. Seahawks are like 11.
They're right on the
Seahawks
edge.
are literally 11.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would go
I just don't think I put
from
the Seahawks in there
going
yet.
from the one last week. So
I have the Seahawks 11, Bills 10.
yeah. And then I would have
That's
no
what I have.
problem putting the 49ers at 9.
I have the Lions at 9.
I don't even know if I can put the...
You moved them down.
I think I have the Lions above the 49ers.
Yes. I have the Lions and Jacksonville above the Niners right now.
I think I do too.
I mean, I have
The
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's been rolling.
I don't-
Jacksonville's been doing really...
I have the Jags high up.
Jacksonville has the longest win streak so far.
I have Jags at 7.
I'd probably put Niners.
I got higher
Niners
than
and
that.
Lions. I want to put like right next to each other, but I don't know who would be above.
So
I-
who are we
so-
putting at 10?
I would say
It's got to be the Bills. For
Bills
me.
are at 10.
Still Bills.
Still Bills.
Yeah, I would say the Bills at 10.
Bills don't move.
Okay. I
Bills-
think we
Bills
have to
don't
put
move.
the Niners at 9 then.
I think...
Yeah.
I have no problem putting the Niners at 9.
I think the Lions and Jacksonville for like that spot have been better. Nick, you're shaking your head. Give me a reason to think differently.
the Cowboys just beat the. I mean, the Cowboys just got beat by the Niners by 32 points, and you guys are. This means that the boys are above them.
Yeah.
That is valid.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's power rankings though. Not which team is better. I mean, 49ers since that have dropped 3 straight.
And you guys just beat the shit out of the Rams.
Yeah.
I think if we were to play them again this week, we would lose again.
But I can't. I don't think I can go
You
off of
don't think
who's.
so?
I don't think I can just go off of like 49ers versus Steelers right now. Or not Steelers.
Cowboys.
49ers versus Cowboys.
Yeah.
I just think. I think
Isn't that
I think the Cowboys are better than the 49ers
Right now.
right now.
Especially with the 49ers.
Now if we were
injuries.
talking back
I disagree, but
like
okay.
3 weeks, then we're going 49ers over the Cowboys. But right now in this moment, I think the 49ers or the Cowboys are better than the 49ers.
I think we got to put into respect that it is power rankings. Like,
Yeah, it's also
they've
power
also
rankings.
lost 3 straight games. It's like we had this conversation last week. If we're fine, they're fine. They dropped 2 in a row. You lose to the Browns on bad weather.
If you
and the
wanted to do it
Vikings,
like that,
but-
like all these teams are just. I think if all the 49ers played all these teams, like right now, I think that they would lose. There's a lot of teams in here that the 49ers would lose to.
yeah, I also agree.
Now that they're on a 3.
I disagree, but that's fine. Put them at 9. Where were we? 9?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'd go Lions. I'd keep the Lions at 8.
I just think we have to put. I know the Niners are good. I know the Niners can compete.
Oh yeah, it's not like the Niners are like shit.
But
now.
if anybody else on
they're
this
just
list,
they're just on a downhill.
Yes.
They're on a slump. I'm not saying that they're not going to get it back. But they're going on their. They're in
Yeah,
their
for sure.
little area
I'm just
right
saying,
now.
I think
because they got the
lose
Seahawks, Eagles, and
Cowboys right now.
Seahawks coming up in the next couple of weeks.
They're in their little shit right now. They're like 5-game streak.
So are we? Does that mean that we're willing to jump the Niners 6 spots then to top 3 if they go out and blow out their next opponent
No.
next week?
No. They play the Jags next week, so that'll be an interesting.
If they lose
little-
that one, then they get out of the
in
list.
Jacksonville.
Yes, then that would be 4 straight,
That's
and
fair.
you're losing coming off of a bye.
That one's fair.
Oh, that's
Oh,
yeah.
that's
they're
such
on
a
bye,
major
never
drop,
mind.
though. We dropped them 6 spots from 1 week. I mean, they have lost 3 straight. I get that.
It's tough. They've just been banged up over
They
the
I know
stretch.
it's no Debo. No, they're hurt. They've been somewhat beat up
It
defensively.
just sucks because I believe if it was any other team besides the Chiefs and Eagles, or maybe
Like,
even
I
the
can't-
Dolphins that lose 3 straight like that.
Like the
Yeah.
Lions are
We-
rolling. Like the
yes.
Lions are doing good. I get it. Besides last week, whatever. Then you come back, you just embarrass the fucking Raiders on Monday night, take them down. Then you're getting a win. They play Jacksonville. Jacksonville's only a 4-game winning streak.
I think Lions are at 8 for me,
I don't have a problem with the Lions.
we can put the Lions at 8. That's fine.
and I'd
I'd put the Bengals at 7.
The Bengals.
I got the Cowboys at 7.
I'd go Bengals at 7.
I might.
I have the Bengals right above the Cowboys.
I was gonna say I'd put the Bengals above the Cowboys.
No, I got the Cowboys lower.
Damn, so you got Jacksonville high up, Nick.
Yeah.
So do I. Not like high up, but like I have.
I would put the Cowboys at 7, Bengals at 6.
And then you'd go Jacksonville.
Then I'd go
Then
Jags.
I have Jags at 5.
Jags at 5.
Jags, Ravens. Oh no.
You could argue.
God.
Somebody convinced me Jags are above the Ravens. Somebody.
They're not. They're
not.
not.
Not
They're not.
yet.
They're not. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I don't think
All
I
right.
can.
All right, no, for sure.
You just were
for sure.
testing the waters.
Yeah, I was.
Not
for sure.
yet.
They're not.
I
They're
respect
not.
it, but no, I don't think I can.
They're
This
not
is,
there yet.
This is listen.
This is safe
my
space.
Ravens. This is my Ravens.
Yep. Hey, that's on me for the Titans. That's
Yeah,
on
what are
me.
we doing?
That's on me. I thought Ryan Tannehill was going to look like a normal quarterback, but then he just got his spot taken by a rookie. And hey, Will Levis could come back and lead this Titans team to the promised land. But,
That boy was hooping.
But as of right now, I think I'm back on the Jags train. I think I'm going to hop ship.
So at 6 we have the Jags. At 5 we have the Ravens.
No. Because
What,
7 is the Cowboys.
7 Cowboys, 6 Bengals,
5 Jags. Yeah.
5 Jags. And then you'd go 4 Ravens,
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolphins.
3 Dolphins.
Yep.
3. I got the Chiefs below the Dolphins, but
That's actually, I like that.
but like I mean either way. It's
I
just-
like
it's
that,
just a comparison,
actually.
that one.
I'm fine.
If we're just going
I
off
think
of...
after
That's
last
just
week,
based. Who do you think's going to win this?
I
game?
think the Eagles go to number 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
100%.
have the Eagles 1.
Okay, that's good
100%.
because what the fuck I just watched from the Chiefs last week, they're not
They
number
look
1 no
like
more.
shit. I think
And what I saw from the Eagles,
I think you can move the Ravens possibly above the Chiefs.
You could.
I
You-
think you can.
you could.
Good.
I mean, they got embarrassed by the Broncos.
The excuse that I have, the Broncos play them tough.
They do.
Every
always
time.
do. They always
They
do.
always play them tough, and they can never
Even though they
get
did
out.
lose last
Like,
season.
I don't know. Something was wrong with Mahomes. There was
He
a
was
lot
sick.
of.
He had the flu.
Okay, I'm not going to fuck that.
That's all I'm saying.
But
the only excuse they have.
he looked off. They had some special teams errors. Like, their defense just looked like shit. And I don't know. It's not like
can't hold on to the
receivers can't hold on to the ball. It's not like Denver, like, embarrassed them. Like,
Yeah,
they beat
it's
them
not
by,
bad.
like, what was it, 15?
I think it was
That's
more the
2
Chiefs looked
touchdowns.
bad.
Yeah, the Chiefs looked awful.
Yeah.
Like, and we knew that the Broncos defense was, like, good. They just haven't showed it. And now they finally showed it. And this is the first time they beat them in fucking 16 games.
Yeah.
Or something. Like, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Now they have 2 losses instead of 1. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, I think
They're still leading.
they're
the
still
AFC.
leading their division by 3 games or something.
Yeah, that
They-
division's
they're-
weird right
they're
now.
leading it, but now they're isn't there like a 4-way tie with the AFC?
Yeah,
It's
it's 3-4.
It's
4-3,
them,
yeah.
Ravens, Jags, and there's Bengals. No, not Bengals.
No.
Ravens,
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 Jags, Chiefs.
Steelers are 5.
There's
and
another
3.
team that's 6 and
Steelers
2.
are on the bubble right now because there's another 6 and 2.
Oh,
team.
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah.
Oh.
Duh.
yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with going Jags 5,
Yep.
Ravens 4.
Dolphins 3.
I have KC. At
Honestly, if
I
we're
got KC
going
at 3.
if we're
I
going
can't-
off week to week basis, I want to put the Ravens above
The
KC.
Dolphins have only lost to good teams, so that scares me that they can't compete with these good teams because they got
What did they lose to the Eagles by?
a lot.
Was it a lot?
Yeah, maybe not a lot, but
So-
it was on prime time and they lost in the Kelly Greens. Or to the
But that was a
Kelly
uniform.
Greens.
That was a uniform game for
If
the
we're
Eagles.
doing that, we could.
They just scare
We could
me.
put the Ravens.
We should put the
above-
Ravens above the Chiefs if
we
we're going
put
off
the
that.
Ravens above the Chiefs and
Yeah.
The
and the
Chiefs 4,
Dolphins.
Ravens 3, Dolphins 2.
I think put the Ravens at 2 at the moment. I mean, they just got done embarrassing the fucking Detroit Lions, who are a very like a top
Yeah,
4
they're in
team
our-
that-
they're in our rankings.
Yes.
Ravens
Who
number
did
2.
they play this week?
The Seahawks.
So you want to drop the Chiefs down to 4?
I think you can go Dolphins. 4.
Ravens. They have Dolphins, Ravens, Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top 3.
Damn.
Or like so to go Jags 5.
Yep.
KC 4.
Yep.
Dolphins 3.
Yep.
Eagles. Oh, Ravens 2. Eagles 1.
Fuck it.
I like that.
Fuck it. I don't care.
Who did the Ravens play this week?
They just beat.
They just killed.
the Cardinals.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they killed the Cardinals.
No, they
with.
didn't kill them.
Oh, you're right. Well, the Cardinals for
They
some
beat 'em
reason
by
came
like
back.
4.
But the Cardinals.
They came back.
They beat the fucking Cowboys.
Okay, they
and
should've-
then they did all their
They should
games.
have beat them by like 11, but they got a lucky onside kick.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say
fucking
the Ravens were just like
so
whatever.
yeah, it's not that
And
big of a
like
deal.
the Ravens were absolutely destroying them that whole game. Wow,
They
their
were
offense
beating
looked
them
like
the whole
shit.
game.
Yeah,
Yes, we'll just go. They were
with
beating
Lamar
them the whole
having a
game.
bad game, that Ravens defense, if they're healthy the rest of the year, is top.
So I don't hate
Two.
Just to recap, go through
Yeah.
the 10-1.
So at 10 we have Buffalo, 9 the 49ers, 8 the Lions, 7 the Cowboys, 6 the Bengals, 5 the Jags, 4 KC, 3 Miami, 2 for the Ravens, and then 1 is Philadelphia.
So many AFC teams.
And then
That's scary.
On the border, I would say the team at 11 is probably
Seahawks.
the Seahawks.
It's the
Yeah,
Seahawks.
100%.
And if the Seahawks beat the Ravens this week,
It'd be like the Seahawks and then like the Browns.
Browns,
Maybe.
like the
so no, I think we got to be at least 13.
You can be there. It's just you're not going to stay there.
I think we're at least
you
13.
can be there. You're just not going to stay there. You guys know who you play next week?
Like my Steelers have to be top 15 though, right?
Huh?
My Steelers got to be top 15.
Steelers
Nick,
up there.
Nick,
Steelers
we
like
are not
15.
I don't want to say that though. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I want to be bottom 32.
I mean, I think the Bears are getting Montez Sweat now. Like, we got to be at least like 28.
You can kind of
Hold on, you're not last now.
You can kind of get into the trade stuff.
Trade
'cause I know
deadline. Perfect. I don't know. Just the trade deadline's awesome for any sport.
Mm-hmm.
Trade deadline for basketball is exciting. Trade deadline for football is exciting.
We even got a basketball trade today as well.
Yeah.
Or last night.
Yeah.
Last
Oh my
night.
God. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on Thursday.
Tune into the next episode for basketball. But yeah, these are all. I have all the ones that kind of like help teams. Everybody like I think these are all of them. I don't know. Bill's going to get some corner help, and Rasul Douglas is big. Rasul Douglas hasn't really made a whole lot of like noise this season for the Packers, but last year he was really big for them. They really need him because their corners are not good and they're young and they just need that veteran in the locker room. They need someone to help them. They went and signed Josh Norman, who is like 38 years old. I don't know if he's playing, but I remember hearing something about them signing him.
What?
So them getting some corner help is really good for them. Donovan Peoples-Jones to the Lions.
I love that.
Is a very sneaky good pickup for them because he will be used a lot.
Yeah.
They have these guys that are like Josh Reynolds and Khalif Raymond and all these guys that are kind of the same. So now you pair Donovan Peoples-Jones with Amon-Ra, like that. There's your second receiver. Or Sam Laporta is like your second receiver, but
Laporta is really like their 1/2, depending on who has it going out of them in St. Brown.
Well, and like Donovan Peoples-Jones adds that big play factor that Jamison Williams was supposed to be, but Jamison Williams can't catch a fucking
Williams
football.
isn't playing him really well, so now you have your top three receivers right there.
Yeah.
So Josh Reynolds and Khalif Raymond guys are gonna take a break.
Probably,
like
yeah.
they'll be in, but not as much. One of the bigger ones, Chase Young to the 49ers. Don't really understand that. Very weird. I don't know why the Commanders would even do that.
That's crazy.
Like the rich get richer. They just picked up Randy Gregory a couple weeks ago. He made an impact in their last game. Now you have another guy on the other side, or Nick Bosa, who's basically a Pro Bowler. So you have two Pro Bowlers rushing the quarterback now.
That definitely helps because I feel like
it's just
Bosa's
so
been
crazy.
getting so much attention, especially these past 3 weeks. Because you got to think the Browns' defense elite, and like with their team being more defensively, it's Bosa.
Yeah.
And Bosa, when you can be able to neutralize Bosa with a good O-line, you need somebody else that's also bringing pressure.
That's why they went and got Randy Gregory.
We can't forget about Tariq Armstead.
Yeah, they got Armstead. They have Tillery still in there.
That front three is now
Tillery,
adding
someone
Chase
else.
Young is easily the scariest in the league. I mean,
that's a crazy thing to do. Like, I don't know.
Armstead, Young, and Bosa, and then you have one of the best coverage middle linebackers in the game, and Fred Warner.
They
They
should have rang your boy's phone and came and got Jalen Johnson.
That's what I thought they were going to do.
It was them and the Bills
That's what I
who
would
were talking to us, I guess. We must have been asking for too much or something.
Probably.
Probably.
It's just because of how young Johnson is.
You know, you wanted that second pick back you gave up for Chase Claypool.
Season. He's basically like betting on himself now. Like he said, all right, I'm going to play out the season. Like
he's not in a contract year, is he?
Yeah, he is. He's just going to go into free agency
That
because
makes
we
sense.
couldn't. He said he didn't want to talk to us anymore, and he's just going to see what happens.
Yeah.
And then Mooney, I mean, that's the same thing with him. They're on the same deals, so we'll talk to him at some point. And I don't know, he seems cooler than Jalen Johnson, so he might actually just accept it, or he'll say fuck this.
Just cut Claypool, and you did, but
we did.
Keep Mooney, bro. Mooney's good. He's
I like
good.
Darnell Mooney a lot. Ezra Cleveland to the Jaguars, some O-line help. I don't understand it because doesn't he start for you guys?
He's been in and out of the lineup, and then Dalton Reisner came and took his job. Basically.
Yeah, but who's your other one? Who's your other guard?
Let me look at that.
Because we've been having if you have Dalton Reisner
like
and
then
you have Bradbury in the middle, and then you have Cleveland, but then that'll go into the next trade. You guys go and get Josh Dobbs, who's going to be your starting quarterback now that Kirko hurt for the season.
Yeah.
You're getting rid of some O-line help for him.
Ed Ingram's on our right guard spot. And
He's
then
starting?
Brian O'Neill, yep.
Wow. I think Ezra Cleveland should have started. But
It sucked because he's been in and out of the lineup.
Injury?
And we weren't going to bring him back anyways. So just getting any kind of draft capital, whatever.
Yeah, and then, you guys go and get Josh Dobbs because Kirko got hurt. He's going to be out for the season.
It keeps the Vikings in contention.
It keeps them afloat.
It does because.
But they said that Josh Dobbs, Jaron Hall, Jaron Hall from BYU, he's gonna start on Sunday.
Nick Mullins was our
emergency quarterback.
So he's hurt with a back issue.
Jesus.
And then Hall, he's gonna be getting start. He's gonna
So
start
Dobbs,
on Sunday.
Dobbs will be the backup probably because
Playbook
he'll have a whole half a week in formations and stuff
Yeah.
and to know all the playbook and everything.
I expect Dobbs.
He'll
to
start the next week.
Yeah, it's just getting him adjusted to the
Against the
offense.
Saints.
That's the biggest thing. So
well, good for Dobbs to be playing at a level that he is to get like attention from other teams. Like I don't know, that's just people wrote off Josh Dobbs for him to be a bum in the league ever since he was with the Steelers and everything. So
We'll kind of talk about that later
I was
on, too.
people because I wrote him off. I didn't care about Josh Dobbs.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, me either.
Montez Sweat to the Bears. Crazy pickup for us. I didn't expect that at all.
Give up a third.
Third, take it.
That's all you gave up.
Take it. To get
Wow.
a Pro Bowling rushing person to rush the quarterback he has 6.5 sacks this season. Our whole D line has 6.5 sacks. So he is going to help us a fuck ton. And then it will give Yannick Ngakoue some space on the other side so he can go one-on-one. So it helps a lot. We're starting to blitz a lot more. So it's going to be helping us. I know Edmonds got hurt on Monday or Sunday.
How serious is that?
I don't think it was serious. He was walking around.
Okay.
But Sanborn can step in if he needs to. We're getting Jalen Johnson back. He's not sitting out or anything. Kyler Gordon's still there. Defense is coming around. So we play the Saints on Sunday. Interesting game. It's in New Orleans. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to assume we're going to lose.
Is Bagnett?
Bagnett's playing. Fields is out.
Fields is still
Fields
week
is
to
out
week
again.
So
And I don't know. I thought there were some rumors that we were going to move him today.
what?
Fields?
Yeah, there were a little bit
What?
of rumblings I was seeing on Bears Twitter.
That's crazy.
But-
Definitely not a mid-season trade deadline.
I don't think so. I think it'd be an outside.
Because I'm like, I know like Bagnett hasn't looked horrible, but not looking.
He doesn't look good. He doesn't look
Not,
horrible.
yes, not looking horrible, but doesn't mean like you get rid of it's just because you have the top two of the top 3 picks supposedly right now, but like just because like you have a backup quarterback who played decent a little bit, and you can't just write off Justin Fields. Like
Well, no, I don't think they would have did it because
No.
of that. I think it would have been just okay, they're embracing the tank. Like we would have obviously got a quarterback back like in the deal. I don't know who we would have traded to. The only one I see is the Falcons. That kind of makes sense because we just get back Ridder and then he goes to that like fire. That offense would be fire with Justin Fields.
Because
that offense would be scary.
Yeah.
Because looking at like the little buzz around it, because there's buzz everywhere about certain different players, and like looking at Fields, like looking at the teams in the landscape of who would even want to go get him.
It would
this
be-
late in the year would only really be the Falcons who would be desperate, and like in division at the current moment in time it'd be us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's so many. We wouldn't trade in
Yes.
division.
So
But yeah, Montez Sweat to the Bears. He's going to help us a fuck ton. I expect him to play on Sunday because, our playbook, I'm guessing that a D lineman's playbook isn't crazy. Like,
No, you can plug it in.
I'll say
You can plug
he's
him in.
probably just a plug-in player.
He'll be in.
It's probably just some stunts. That's
Yeah. Contavious Street to the Falcons. Not really sure who Contavious Street is.
I don't know who that is.
I'm not even going to lie to you. I really don't know what position he plays. I'm going to guess he's a D lineman. I'm going to take a fat guess that he's a D lineman.
Well, they did just lose Grady Jarrett.
So they just lost Grady Jarrett. Got him from the Eagles. So he must have been part of that. Good shit, man. Leonard Williams to the Seahawks. That was a very interesting. That was the first one that kind of happened. That is a huge pickup for the Seahawks for them. The Seahawks defense is kind of upper mid. They have good corners. Linebackers are okay. D linemen's a little sus. Now you go and help that out. That's gonna help a
definitely
lot.
something that's going to boost their defense because
Yes.
they really want to compete and be a contender team, which I think they have the talent to do
They do.
that, but they definitely needed to boost up that defense a little bit.
It scares me with that. Like that, not scares me. That just makes me wonder what the Giants are doing, bro. Like they just signed
Like, what are
Daniel
they
Jones.
cooking?
Like, you signed Daniel Jones to an absolute bag, and then you go and trade your best defensive player.
Yeah, it's very
What?
weird. Your best defensive lineman for sure.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Byard to the Eagles. The richer get richer. Like, they needed a safety the whole season because what's-his-face got hurt. And they lost Chauncey Gardner.
Yeah,
so
he's also hurt now, too.
So you go get Kevin Byard, damn near the best defensive player on the Titans. Like, he's been there forever. He's going to help
The
them.
Titans just continue to give the Eagles players.
Yep. The Titans just keep giving them players and
Trade with somebody else.
they've now got A.J. Brown, Kevin Byard, and Julio. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the only... I'm pretty sure that was it for roundups. I didn't see anything else.
Just going over, because there's a lot of buzz. I feel like it got quiet towards the later hours before the deadline was really going to hit. Any teams you surprised stay pat? Because I know there's definitely
The
some
Cowboys,
teams.
for sure.
I think the Cowboys.
I thought well, we always talk about the Cowboys. The Cowboys just like players.
Are we even surprised anymore?
Like-
Jerry Jones sleeping, bro.
I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. Like, it's always the Cowboys just are always in contention to go get this guy, go trade for this guy, go do this, go do that, and they just never do.
Then
Same
Jerry just says, we like our guys.
Yeah. And then Jerry also said that CD should get less touches. And then he comes out and has 10 touchdowns.
See,
Or
like,
he
said
said
that
that
at the start
Dak,
of the
Dak
year,
needed
yeah.
to spread around the ball more.
Yeah.
who are you going to pass? Like, I understand Brandon Cooks is solid, too.
Michael
but,
Gallup,
like,
baby.
Michael Gallup has been shit. Dak Prescott would have had a
Gallup is
perfect
not good at
game
football.
if it wasn't for Michael Gallup. Like, the Cowboys could have easily went out there and got Darnell Mooney.
What the fuck?
They could have. They could have. They could have got
That would have
Joe.
been nasty.
Like,
Yeah.
I know,
Or
like,
Devontae Adams.
the Vikings were in,
No, he's in
are
prison.
in a different, like, space now because of the win streak and everything else. But, like, KJ Osborne on the Cowboys would have been a phenomenal fucking pickup, in my opinion. But we were probably hanging up the phones of that now.
Yeah.
And then just, like, another team I thought of was Baltimore. Now I'm surprised because they were getting the Derrick Henry buzz. It's just, like, they
So
need...
are the Bills.
Yes, like, if you would have added Derrick Henry to Baltimore...
Oh, my God.
It would have been a
Jesus
hard time
Christ.
convincing me that they aren't the favorite in the AFC. With the defense, Lamar playing well, everybody kind of coming together. The only piece that they have that is kind of not coming together
Gus
is Odell.
Edwards.
He cooking.
3 touchdowns
He
last
cooking.
week. So
Yeah.
they might just run with him.
It might just be the Ravens in that run game, whoever you plug in there.
Yeah.
It's
who's-
just
Well, that's how
their,
it's always been.
it's just their O line, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's absolutely loaded. It's stupid.
Linderbaum,
Like
baby, from Iowa.
they're so good.
They just need, because they didn't make any moves, so they need either Bateman to do something or Odell to do something.
Odell is just...
Because Zay Flowers
Odell got-
swooping and Mark Andrews is swooping.
Odell got hurt again. I thought.
Of course he did.
Nah, he had 0 catches on the day.
I'm
He
pretty
needs
sure I
to-
hurt.
He needs to be done. Like, I don't know what he's kind of like tarnishing his legacy at this point.
That Zay Flowers draft pick though was huge
Oh,
because
yeah.
he has been an actual one for
They
them.
showed the draft like board. It was like all the rookie receivers or whatever.
Yeah.
There's 4, and they're all doing good. Like
They are,
all
yeah.
the rookie class is all doing
So
good.
it was
JSN.
JSN, Zay Flowers, Addison,
There's another one.
Quentin
Quentin
Johnson.
No.
Yeah, it is Quentin.
Did he go-
Johnson.
Quentin Johnston has been mid though, but he
He's
just doesn't
been
get plugged
mid.
in.
Palmer just got hurt against us.
Yeah, so now
I
he
think
will
Quentin
get
Johnson
plugged
will
in,
start
but
playing
he
more.
wasn't getting
He's
playtime
also
because
not in
of
the role of
Williams
those
and
others.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like Williams and Allen were there to start, and they're not going to plug in Johnston with someone like Josh Palmer, who's proven himself
Yeah.
now that he can rack up yards too. So he was just in a weird spot going to that team, especially in the first round. That was kind of surprising.
JSN's
but-
getting a lot more work now. Like Zay Flowers is getting receiver 1 work. Like Jordan Addison is getting receiver
Yeah.
1
Yes,
work
man.
now. It's all about the fit and where they are.
People were hating on that Addison pick to start the year, and I was like, he's gonna be a
I
dog.
was.
Give him some time,
I'm
bro.
people.
I was
Thank
like,
God.
let Addison like.
I said
I
Addison.
wanted the
didn't think he was
I
gonna be
wanted the
this good.
Steelers to get him, but you guys stole him in the first round because I was like, oh, the back half of the draft, like we have the first
Yeah.
second. Like I was like, if we can get Jordan Addison to pair with Kenny
That was
Pickett,
from
that'd be
us.
nasty, bro. It was.
That
for
was
Claypool.
that was the Claypool
So,
trade.
but I was like, Jordan Addison is a dog, and he's proving to be a dog, and I love to
Apparently
see
that
it.
was Kevin O'Connell's pick.
Really?
I believe it.
Because he, I don't know who we were gonna take instead of him, but like Kevin, it was Quasi who's our GM. He's not really a football mind.
Yeah.
he's more of an analytic and numbers guy. Kevin O'Connell was like, just draft Jordan Addison, just draft
Just
him,
take him.
just draft him. Like KJ Osborne's good, but I feel like we didn't really have that third or second receiver to fight. with
Well, you
Justin
lost
Jefferson.
Thielen,
Yeah,
so,
we
you
didn't
had
have
to you had to
Thielen.
do something, and there was no point to go buy one if you
Yeah.
could just take someone like a raw guy like him and just throw him in, and he's going to be good.
That was Kevin O'Connell's pick in that draft. He begged the GMs and front office to take Jordan Addison.
Yeah. Well, now when
That's
you
working
lose
out.
Jettas in the offseason, I mean, you got your one.
Perfect.
My bad.
Perfect.
No, I mean,
Perfect.
listen, we just lost Kirko. I'm not ready to take that big step yet.
Kirko might retire.
No, he's not.
No, why would no?
He's a
What is he,
year.
35?
He's on his
34?
like. Oh, I'd be so
We're hearing
sad.
Aaron Rodgers trying to come back before the fucking playoffs.
You think
so we're gonna say
Kirko is
Kirk's
Aaron
gonna
Rodgers?
retire?
Bro, the Jets are 4-3. Like,
I don't think he's going to retire.
Kirk, no, because he's gonna still. Kirk was putting up the best numbers in his career, turning the
Daniel
season
Jones-
around.
But like you gotta
36
think.
mil.
Okay, we're thinking
Versus
we're
he
thinking
gets
like
paid so much.
future, bro. Like
no, I
this
know.
motherfucker's old.
I know.
It's hard, look, then again, it's hard to turn down 40 mil, bro.
Coming back from it's hard offering 40 mil to someone like Kirk
It is.
Cousins.
But, like, someone's going to do it.
That's true.
It should not be the
People need
Vikings.
quarterbacks.
Kirk Cousins can come back and be better than Daniel Jones.
You might as well just fucking.
He is better than Daniel
Yes.
Jones.
You might as well like.
he
just
come back
is.
off energy.
he just
and be
is. He
better.
just
You
is,
might as well
period.
just like franchise tag him.
Like, he also makes so much-
At 36, that's
Like
kind of
what
crazy.
the fuck else are you gonna do?
Oh
Like,
my god,
this
that's
kinda
He
get
makes
us
so much
crazy,
money,
bro.
he could probably just take, like, a small offer.
You're just
somewhere.
like putting yourself in purgatory.
See-
Well, Tom Brady.
See, like here's because this kind of get us into our topics from this weekend. Kirk Cousins
Out for season.
out for the season. Sadly, having the best year of his career, really turning the season around, and then the offense firing on all cylinders without arguably the best receiver in football. Kirk Cousins is the head of that, and then he has the Achilles tear, basically just the same exact shit that happened to Aaron Rodgers.
Literally.
And then, so he sucks for him because he's in a contract year from his play, and if we like fucked around and like won the division or like got the last seed in the playoffs, he was getting a fucking ton of money from some team. It could not have been us, but I don't think he's gonna be in that state where he's retiring. I think people are still gonna people are taking chances on any quarterback nowadays. Kirk Cousins, it's not like he's gonna be out the league for 5 fucking years. He's gonna be back by next season, probably healthy and ready to go with the new like programs they got with the Achilles shit. It's probably in his best interest just to come back, and it's probably in our best interest to bring him back. Because
I think he wants to come back.
I think he does
It's
want
just
to come
whether
back.
it's just whether you guys will let him come back.
I think we should. I would personally. I would just still draft a quarterback, and like have that quarterback be behind Kirk.
Oh
still.
yeah.
I think I'd be
It just makes
perfectly
sense,
fine.
yeah.
I think
This is
that
where you draft a quarterback and then you sign him to a 2-year deal with the first year being fully guaranteed.
Well, that's why they have Jaron Hall.
Yeah.
There you go. Bang, bang, bang.
There's,
Well,
your,
I think
rookie,
that-
there's your rookie quarterback.
I think that like Kirk, and I don't want to say this, but I think
Jared Hall.
Penix ain't falling to no way.
Penix
I'll
would
take
never fall to
Penix
you
there,
guys.
bro.
I'm just saying, like in the realm, who knows how we finish? Like
That's fair.
Like
Broncos
we're
need
gonna,
to take Penix.
Like,
yeah, in general, and like Kirk Cousins, yes, this has a business side, not a human side. Business side, the injury helps us because we can get him cheaper than what we were originally going to because of
Hopefully.
the injury.
Hopefully.
But Kirk Cousins has made a lot of money through contract negotiations in his career. It sucks.
His agent, him.
It sucks for him because, like, with all, like, the slander Kirk has gotten over the past couple years, like,
yeah.
by the media, like, you've never seen him, like, phase at all. And it's a whole different, like, I damn near feel bad because this really highlights the Netflix quarterback
Well, yeah,
thing.
it sucks for someone like him to get hurt. Like,
Yeah.
Someone like quarterbacks just going down, like, just sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think this is the last we'll see from Kirk Cousins in Minnesota.
I think that you guys will do what you can to keep him because I think he's the reason you stay contenders in that division,
Oh, yeah.
and that's going to be one of the biggest reasons to keeping Jettas around.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to lose Jettas, you have to be able to win because Jettas is not going to be willing to take a. He's just not going to be willing to take a tank year.
No.
Not with his talent. So
No.
if you're smart, you're going to have to do what you can to keep Kirk around.
If
So
Jetta's figures out like we're looking to just have a tankier
He's
he'll
done.
be like
Oh
we
my
might as well
God.
just trade him.
yeah, no,
Like,
he's not playing.
he'd be like, hey, I want to go play with the Bengals.
I think-
all
Oh,
my,
God,
all my
with
college
Joe-
players
with
are over
Joe-
there.
Oh God,
Joe
bro,
Burrow,
that'd
T.
be so-
Higgins, and
I think you could definitely because now Flores another year with the Vikings, another year with all that defense, and then you get Kevin O'Connell another year. You got Jordan Addison looking like a real number 2/number 1 now. I think if you just bring Kirk Cousins back, fine tune the edges because your defense has looked way better than it was at the start of the year. Like you can go have like a real all-in year like next year with Kirk because now you know what you have really, and then it's gonna be like. See what Josh Dobbs does because I'm pretty sure I doubt Hall is gonna really be starting the rest of the year unless he
No.
comes out like on some Will Levis, Brock Purdy type action, which Brock
but-
Purdy's the one person who's really done that shit, like, ever.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at it from that perspective.
I think that this, as much as the Kirk injury doesn't help you this current situation right now, I think it helps you for the next couple years if you were to try to buy in, all in, because it's going to raise your draft position a little bit, and it's going to allow you, because the biggest thing that we talked about is your O-line is terrible and your defense is terrible. But it's going to allow you to go and get a little younger and someone that's actually worth playing or starting on those spots that you need, right? Like, especially if you go get Kirk for 2 years, right? And let's say you first year's guaranteed, second year's a maybe, you get somebody later, and even if you're willing to take, like, let's say Josh Dobbs plays well the rest of the year and you keep him.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you sign Kirk for 2 years, you play him that next year, you get someone younger in the draft, and like on the defensive side, like a cornerback to go help out, and you try to buy in all in that year. Well, let's say you don't want to keep Cousins for that second year, right, with like a second year option, and you're like, okay, well, Josh Dobbs proved he can play well enough to keep
us afloat.
teams in contention. Like,
Yeah.
the Cardinals are bad. Yes, they're 1-6, but every game they've been in, they've fought for.
And he's going to a way better situation.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
Lions
So
and-
that might be one reason to not take a quarterback this year and try to work and be like, okay, let's go get a stud cornerback this year. Like, we might have a top 20 pick, probably will, but
Yeah.
Kool-Aid
so,
McKenzie.
Yeah, like let's go get a stud.
I
Like,
think
you have the
that's
chance to.
That's what they should do, because our O-line, just in the past couple weeks on the win streak, our O-line has been very fucking good. Especially our line against the Niners.
It hasn't improved much,
he
yeah.
didn't get
And
sacked.
And then our defense has been stout. Daniil Hunter's been eating all year, but the defense as a collective has been very fucking good. And, like, just the one thing I'll say with all the shit going on, just bring Daniil Hunter back. Just bring him fucking
he
back.
was he was in trade talks all day today. And nothing happened.
He's he's in a contract year. Just bring him back. He's not that old. You can sign him for whatever.
Wasn't Harrison Smith on a contract year too?
No.
Didn't y'all just sign him?
He's on at least another year or two.
Damn.
But, like, he's also been a dog this year as well. So, like, just bring Daniil Hunter back. He's been one of the best defensive players in football all year. Like, you're not just going to... If you want to go all in and want to be competitive and, like, prove to our best player, Justin Jefferson, that we want to go all in and compete at the highest level, bringing back Daniil Hunter is that first step to doing so. And I don't think you can just lose Daniil Hunter and just think your defense is going to do anything the next year or so. Because you're not replacing him with fucking anybody in a draft at the moment.
No, not right now. Well, and especially, like, in the division you're in, it's not it's not easy to win right now, but the best team is the Lions. The Packers have looked terrible this year.
Same
Literally
as us.
terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears are not going to fix it in a year. Everyone knows that.
Well,
And
the Lions are going to be
the
good
Lions
for
are going to be
years.
the Lions are going to be very good now, but
Until Jared Goff leaves.
But if that's the team you have to go out and beat, I mean, there's a lot of pitches that you can make. There's a lot of ways that you can try and keep your best players around by being like, guys, we can fight in this division no matter what. Like, we should wipe the Bears and Pack. Right now, it is a two-team division, exactly. And so, hopefully, that's another reason why. Maybe I don't know how much money you guys have. I don't know what your cap situation's like, but
We're up a lot because of the Kirk Cousins shit.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But we still have yet to pay Justin Jefferson, and that's going to be so much bread.
$1 billion.
And then, like, Daniil Hunter's on a contract year, and then, like, I know KJ Osborne's also on a contract year, so he's going to win a little bread for sure.
You might want to just let him go.
Ooh, KJ Osborne?
If Addison's looking like this, I think you let KJ Osborne go, and you either try to sign someone cheaper because he's going to want some money because KJ Osborne's putting up numbers.
Somebody's going to go sign KJ
Or you go and get a receiver in the 5th round, and we know that receivers at this point in the drafts produce at any round at this point.
Especially because how good we are developing, like, Diggs.
Yes.
Jetta was good coming out.
Diggs, Jetta's, Addison. KJ Osborne's proving himself to be good. I mean, I don't even know. There's some 4th-string guy who I've been seeing put up catches, and I'm like, who is this guy? And he's got like 40 yards. I'm like, oh, okay. So anyone's catching balls now. So you guys are kind of like the Steelers when it comes to like producing receivers, where I just don't think it's a position you're worried about, other than obviously Justin Jefferson because he's the best in the league.
Yeah.
So
Kinda,
it'll be an interesting free agency for you guys and like off season.
Yeah. It just sucks because we were really turning the season around.
I know.
But flipping the script, because last week we said we were going to have some uncomfortable conversations if the 49ers lose 3 straight, and they could possibly fuck around and lose 4 straight coming off of this bye in Duval. But how worried are we about the 49ers 1 to 10?
6. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not that
6,
scared. They
6
just
or 7.
upgraded their defense. Debo will come back at some point. I mean,
Brock Purdy needs to.
I'm a 7.
I don't know what the problem is.
I'm a 7 because Brock. It's not like they're just losing the games and Brock Purdy's playing. Brock Purdy's playing like shit.
that.
But it's
that is
also
the
on their
thing, though.
defense.
That is-
Like,
yeah, their defense is.
He's going to get
terrible.
the brunt of this, and he is getting the brunt of this. Like, he got all the talk when they were winning and everything. Now he's going to get all the talk when they're losing. So, but when you think about it, yeah, he's playing like shit. What the fuck is their defense doing to help them?
Nothing.
Their defense got stomped by you guys. Then they're getting like outplayed by the Browns somehow.
God.
And I guess the Browns have a really good defense.
That good defense.
Or the
and
Browns
that was
offense.
bad.
The Browns offense was just making
Yeah.
work of them and then they carved them up at the end to go fucking get the field goal.
And they missed a field. And Jake
And-
Moody missed the
yeah, and
game-winning
Jake-
field goal like that. That
So it's
sucks,
not.
but-
It can't all be on him. Like, who else did they lose to? The Bengals. The Bengals are throwing up 31 points on that defense. Like, come on,
It's
man.
also their secondary. Their secondary hasn't been
Their secondary's
strong all
always
year.
been sus.
I
It's
mean,
terrible.
Ward's been getting killed. Like
Their
every
secondary is
game.
always sus. They have Hufanga and
He's good.
Emmanuel Mosley,
Yeah.
and like that's it.
Travarius Ward is a
Javarius
bum.
Ward is all right.
Is a bum.
Yeah, so
He's playing like a bum this year. It's that front seven. Everybody knows that defense is
And the
all the
linebackers.
front seven. Yeah, I mean, other than that, outside of that, I mean, the way you beat that team is big plays, and it's how you guys won. Jordan Addison had what two touchdowns and 100 something yards, and most of them were like 30, 40, 50 plus yard
Like
receptions.
TJ even had 50
TJ
plus.
had a
KJ
lot,
Osborne
yeah,
had
I
like
mean,
50
big plays
plus.
for sure.
You can't throw over the middle of the field because of Fred Warner unless you get enough time to get like a deep post or something. And like that big play or Addison's first touchdown was wide open over the middle of the field on a deep post because your line was playing well and gave Kirk time to find him. And that's how you beat that defense. And the Vikings and the Bengals exploited it. So
And Joe Burrow damn near had a flawless game against
He
the
did.
defense.
Yeah,
Like,
he played really good.
that looked like welcome back, Joe Burrow.
I tried
Yes.
to tell you guys like in the
Oh,
beginning,
yeah.
we were like, I don't worry about them, man. Like they were gonna get it going. Good teams find ways to
I was
win.
just worried because of how good the AFC is. I
Yeah.
didn't want them to fall behind
knew-
too much.
I had a feeling that they were gonna come
they're
back.
what,
got-
4-3 now? 3-4?
For
4-3
4-3?
sounds right.
Because they had a bye. They had a bye at the
yeah.
perfect time
Oh, so
to
they're
come
4
back.
and-
Because their bye was last week.
So they're 3
So they're
and 4.
3 and
then.
I think
Joe
they're
Burrow healthy.
I don't fucking know. We have technology. Let's see.
because coming off the bye and then winning a huge game against the Niners, like
They are.
Joe Burrow
4
just
and
looks
3.
super sharp.
Yeah, 4 and 3.
He looked
Okay.
super sharp like Joe Burrow usually is against the
But
Niners.
they do play the Bills next
Oh,
week, Sunday night.
that'll be tough.
It
I
can be-
think
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't put
easily
it
can.
all on
Yeah.
Brock Purdy for the 49ers, but Brock Purdy has regressed.
They said that he had
And
like a
looked very
concussion
bad.
or
He did.
something.
And then he was activated to play.
but that
out of
yeah,
nowhere.
I think
Yeah.
they might have thrown him in with a concussion.
Probably.
I'm
Knowing they could go
one
3-0
to I'm
or
not one
0-3.
to speculate, but I think Brock Purdy might have thrown in that motherfucker with a concussion, and he might have been seeing 3 DBs. So I don't know.
I don't know if anyone saw that pass play to that where he was in the red zone and he literally threw it at Jermaine
Yeah.
Pratt. I was
Yeah.
like, something ain't right there. Like,
That- I was like, that doesn't really make a
that
lot
was
of sense.
Bad. That
And
was
then those
really bad.
the last pick, he actually both of them against you guys, they just didn't.
No,
I don't understand
that
where they were going.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
the one where
understand.
he was driving to win the game and it literally went
Yeah.
straight to your cornerback. I was like,
It's like he couldn't
What was
see
that?
it, like he didn't know.
That one where Bynum picked it off.
Yeah, he was literally standing right in front of
He
him.
just threw that ball so early.
Yeah,
I'll put that because like we blitz, we're the most blitz heavy team. He kind of just probably got rushed at the end of a game situation.
I don't know. It just didn't look good.
he's bad against the blitz.
Yeah,
that's been proved.
It didn't look good. I mean, Trent Williams is banged up a little bit, so your left side's a little hurt. But I mean, everything else is Debo's hurt. Like Ayuk's kind of invisible, like in second halves. Like it just, I don't know. It's weird. So I'd be a little worried.
It's also like
But going into the bye, they should.
they should be
Like,
fine. They
you
got
gotta
to tough
retool. They're gonna retool everything
Yeah.
and be like, all
Yeah.
right, we gotta go. Like
if Brock Purdy, because I know he was like damn near doubtful to play like that whole week, and then I'm like, what the fuck do you have Sam Darnold for? Like Sam Darnold's
Oh my god, I forgot they have Sam
like
Darnold
I
on
feel
the
like
bench.
with that
Yeah.
offense and that team, I know it's against the Bengals, but Sam Darnold probably would have went in there and did about what Brock Purdy did against the Bengals.
I don't think he's worse.
I don't think he would have done anything worse than what Brock Purdy would have done.
no, I don't think he would have played worse.
But
No, you're doing fine.
it's interesting. I'm at a 7 because of the play of Brock Purdy and the whole concussion shit. They're hurt.
Yeah. Well,
They
you
got-
just lost the spot in the you lost the top spot in the division.
Yes.
Like you've lost 3 games in a row now. The Seahawks jumped you.
Yeah.
And then now you have to go play the Seahawks like twice.
They got a tough schedule the rest of the way, bro.
Seahawks, Eagles, Seahawks. Like that shit is.
Then you got the Jags off the bye.
Yeah, like that shit is. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, to honestly just really see what the team is made of. And then next, because we have a benching from a quarterback, and it's your man.
Not yet. They haven't announced it yet.
Well, he got benched
hurt.
in the game.
He got hurt. He didn't get benched.
He didn't.
He didn't get benched. He got hurt.
Okay.
They said he had concussion. They said
He did
Desmond Ridder.
He did get hurt. Concussion protocol.
He's in concussion protocol.
Right.
So
he did get cleared.
I think they're gonna start him against you guys, but he will be on a very, very short leash.
How much better was that offense with?
They still lost.
No, I know.
So I'm not gonna be like, oh,
they started moving the ball.
Oh,
though.
they scored. Like their defense got kind of shelled in the. Will Levis just fucked them up. I don't even know what to say. Like DeAndre Hopkins did the Geno Smith. Like they wrote me off. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
Like yeah, maybe people wrote you off because you went to fucking Tennessee. Like that. No one cares about Tennessee. But besides that, Will Levis looked really good. I'll talk about Titans. I'll give Titans a little love. Will Levis looked really good. I mean, Derrick Henry still does his thing. Their defense looked good. Desmond Ridder, just his turnover problems is what's killing him. He just fumbles the ball so much. I don't know. Drake London also got hurt. So if he's also in concussion protocol. So if he doesn't play, then they're going to be mega fucked against you guys. So I think if they beat you guys, man, they're winning that fucking division. They are going to win that division if they beat you guys. Because this is going to be the toughest game they've had so far.
My Saints.
Jesus.
Damn.
Saints play us. We'll randomly beat the Saints because Derek Carr will throw a stinker. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think the Falcons are fine. I think he's fine. I think he'll come back just on a short leash. And if Taylor Heineke's got to go in there, yeah, I get it. He's my guy. But this is my team. This is the team that I've been on since the beginning.
Okay.
So, yeah, Ritter's love Drake London, love all those guys. But if this is what's best for the team, I'll allow it. If we got to win the division with Taylor Heineke, we got to win it.
I like Taylor Heineke from the start. I'm not going to lie. I wanted him to start over Ridder. I think the Falcons should have known from the get-go Desmond Ridder is just not the guy. I mean,
he's got them 4 wins.
God, we've watched that offense, and it's just so it's run heavy for a reason.
There's two game-winning drives I've watched this season from Desmond Ridder. Having stinkers of games, and then he comes out with like a minute left. He's like, "Watch this," and then he just gets them in field goal range, and they just fucking win. Like, and
that is true. That is true.
He'll play shit the whole game, get him in field goal range, they'll win because Young Hoku's not gonna miss.
That's my guy right there.
And then now against you guys, you got to go to Atlanta. Oh hell no,
we'll be fine.
He's only lost 1 game ever at home.
We'll be fine.
He's only. You know it.
He has concussion. He ain't seeing right.
He'll be back.
Look what Brock Purdy did with the concussion.
He'll be back.
Brock Purdy type shit.
He'll be back.
Listen.
Well, we don't got to talk about the Falcons.
Yeah, no. Another team we can get into, though, that is now sitting at top of their division, which people thought that would have been crazy if we said this a couple weeks ago, the Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean.
That is kind of crazy.
They're definitely the second best team in the division. Yeah. Like, they're only there because the 49ers have been putting up stinkers.
Are the Seahawks on this? I guess the main question I want to ask, because in the NFC, it's more so Cowboys, Niners, Eagles, and then it's like a tier below in people's eyes, and then it's like Detroit. Is the Seahawks up there on the same level as Detroit?
No.
I mean, they did beat them week 2.
Yes.
I don't think so.
I think they're right there.
On the same level.
Like on the same level as Detroit.
Could play each other in a playoff game and it'd be a great game.
It'd be close.
It'd be an amazing game.
It would be crazy.
Would you put the Seahawks as the 5th best team or 4th best team in the NFC?
Yes.
Depending on where you put the Lions.
So like Eagles, Cowboys,
Niners, and then Seahawks or Lions.
Yes.
Flip a coin. I don't care.
Lions,
Flip a coin.
Then Seahawks.
Flip a coin. Either one.
Yeah, I'll put the as of right now.
It's literally a 50-50.
Yeah, flip a coin.
Right now, the Seahawks are with the Lions. I think the Seahawks offense. With the Lion and like the Lions offense. I think the Lions have a better defense than the Seahawks currently, and I think that's what pushes them a little bit ahead. I think their offenses are pretty equal, to be honest. But I just think the Lions defense has been playing a little bit harder playing a little bit better than the Seahawks defense. But they just went and got Leonard Williams, and I think that's gonna help them too, because the thing they missed is pass rush. They haven't had it.
They match up so well. Like it's like, but if you're looking at like teams like, okay, Lions have the better quarterback. It's like, arguably, Seahawks have a better running back. It's like, okay, Lions have a better number 1 receiver. It's like, okay, the Seahawks have a better number 2 and number 3 receiver. Be like, okay, the Lions have a better tight end. Be like,
damn it.
You're like, okay, well, who the fuck's got a better defense? They're both the fucking same. Like, they're damn near they're both damn near the same team.
They
and
are.
like, it's so crazy if you were to like swap quarterbacks like for both those teams. I think both teams would be in the same spots they're in right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think they'd both be exactly the same. Like, you give Geno, Amon-Ra, and Sam Laporta, like, he'd still be doing good. If you gave Geno, or if you gave Jared Goff, like, DK and Lockett, like, and Noah Fant, who's serviceable, like, and Kenneth Walker, I mean, that's a pretty good fucking offense.
Yeah.
So, I literally flip a coin for me. Like, either one to, like, go farther than what expected is, it's awesome.
Because I think they're in a position now, especially because I'm going to list their next couple games, which they hit that stint in their schedule.
The Lions?
No, the Seahawks.
Okay.
So they got Baltimore in Baltimore.
That's going to be a tough game.
Fuck.
We just saw what they did. So if Baltimore, so it'll be even funnier if Baltimore like beats the shit out of the Seahawks. It'll be like,
then
they really are the
Like,
same.
all the same.
Yeah, they really are
Like,
the same.
holy shit.
So that'll be interesting.
Then they got the Commanders, who are probably going to be bad.
That'll be
now.
a tough game. Nah, the Commanders play teams hard, man. They just
They just lost their top 2 pass rushers.
Oh yeah, they did. Fuck.
So,
And one of them's with us.
yeah.
That offense still nasty though.
Sam Howell, bro.
And then they got
At times.
Whoa.
At times.
then they got
Why?
the Rams.
Oof.
That's a
Division
LA.
game. Division
LA.
game.
Ah, shit.
Always
And
a
then-
tough game.
And then here's the stretch. You got the Niners at the crib.
Oof.
Ah.
Division game.
You got the
Always
boys.
a tough game.
You got the boys on the road.
Oof.
Ooh, that's probably
God
no.
damn it.
That's probably no.
You got the Niners
Oh,
at
Jesus.
San Fran.
Yeah.
God damn.
And then you got the Eagles at the crib.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, their
that's
schedule
a-
is tough.
All right, so
Yeah.
we can say this is the only time they'll be in first in the division.
And then they got Titans, Steelers, Cardinals end of the year.
Those still Titans and Steelers aren't even.
Okay, hold
Titans
on,
maybe,
stop that.
Steelers will be tough.
So
Wow. That's a tough. Where?
That's
their
a
schedule is
crazy
that
schedule
tough?
for them.
What was their record last year?
They made the playoffs last year.
I know, but like, damn.
They just played the 49ers week 1
Yeah.
or in the wild card. Yeah, that'll be
Damn,
tough.
that's a tough ass
That's-
schedule
that's-
though.
if
Fuck.
they go into Baltimore, snag this game this weekend.
I mean, this is exactly what we said about the Lions.
yes.
Literally, the words you just said was the
Yeah.
same thing you said
Yeah,
about the
same thing.
Lions.
And the Lions got smoked.
And the Lions got shelled, bro.
It's also the Ravens who number 2 on this year.
I think the Ravens.
But they're inconsistent as fuck.
I think the
so
Ravens will beat them. I think they will beat them down.
They could easily.
I could see it.
Um,
Leonard Williams really is going to be a big help for them, though.
Oh yeah,
like
he's a plug and play.
like pass rush and run stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's huge for them. So especially against that Ravens team who's averaging. I mean, I don't know. Even with Gus Edwards, they're just. I don't know. They're good. They're so good. I hate it. I don't want them to be
I don't know,
good.
they're good.
I don't want them to be good.
kind of going into like just the wide receiver position in general, with arguably the number 1 being out. There's a lot. Who do you guys say is the number 1 right now?
It's AJ Brown.
You think it's AJ
Yeah,
Brown?
it's
That's
easy AJ
That's
Brown.
the
It's
name
AJ
I
Brown.
had.
It's AJ Brown. It's
I got
if,
Tyreek Hill.
and if you're no, if it's not AJ Brown, you just want to be different. Like he's literally.
So Nick wants to be different.
I think so.
Nope, not true at all.
625 plus receiving yard games. That's
I'll
insane.
take
kidding me?
Tyreek Hill.
What? Tyreek
I'll just take the
Hill.
guy who's super fast.
I'll take the strong, fast guy instead.
I think he's
Who's
strong. He's
6'3"?
stronger. He's better. He's tall.
I'll
He's
take the guy who's
faster.
gonna get 2,000 yards.
And then he's what is that? 6 straight, 125 games. That's fucking insane. That's a crazy stat line to have.
So would you say he's the number 1 right now?
I would say he's
and then
probably
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek's too easy,
Tyreek's
yeah.
number 2.
No.
Shut up, Nick. God.
I think you just want to be different.
No, I just think Tyreek Hill does.
He's the best receiver on
I
the best
literally just
team.
think record breakers are better.
Record breakers.
AJ Brown just broke a record.
Is he going to break the receiving record?
That doesn't. He just broke a different record. What are we talking about?
Tyreek Hill's not guaranteed to break
the
that
receiving
record.
record's a bigger record.
That's crazy.
That's also not guaranteed.
He's going to do it.
He's on pace though.
He's gonna do it.
He
gonna
is
do
the
it.
fastest
Just gonna
player
let you know
ever to
now,
hit
he's
1,000
gonna do it.
yards. I'm not. I mean,
That's another non-guarantee. But AJ Brown, I would say, is also number 1
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to put that in there because he broke the record this past weekend. Give him some love. And then, kind of wrapping up the episode, we can talk about kind of the Bengals, how they've kind of rejuvenized the season a little bit, and how, how good they are
It
now.
all started with the "I'm open, I'm always fucking open."
Yeah.
Like, and he's not lying.
I mean,
Like, I don't know what Joe Burrow was. I mean, it was like, what was Blood waffling about? Like, I mean, that he was waffling about getting the fucking ball.
Yeah.
And then you give him the ball, and this is how you win games, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Joe was like after that though. Jamar was like he hasn't seen Joe like that hurt since his knee injury.
Yeah.
Like he was playing on it, but I mean, Jamar Chase in the interview was like Joe is beat up, like.
But I think it's just I don't understand how he wasn't getting Jamar Chase involved in these beginning games because like he's literally your number one receiver. Like he just wants the ball. He literally wants to play football. Like and then now that your number one player is actually doing like good, like wow, this is crazy. It's kind of like the Devontae Adams thing. I feel so bad for bro. He's in prison. He's got Jimmy Garoppolo throwing him the fucking ball. After last night, the Raiders could possibly be the worst team in the league.
Devontae Adams was wide open. For like 3 touchdowns.
Is Jimmy Garoppolo the worst quarterback in the league right now?
Right now, probably, yeah. Yes. They pulled up stats.
Did he even get to 100 passing yards last night?
I don't think so.
Jesus
and if he did, it was fucking
Christ.
bad. He had 2 picks.
Yeah, he looked
last night.
It was bad. I was like, what?
No, maybe not, but I think he's thrown a pick every game. He has like 9. I think he leads the league in interceptions right now. It's at 9. And then one thing we just not talking about, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes right behind him with 8, which is a crazy thing that never gets brought up.
Well, we knew Allen had turnover issues.
That's a crazy thing that just never. We just not going to bring up that Patrick Mahomes randomly has 8 interceptions already.
But it's Patrick Mahomes.
Like, there's a reason I said the Bills were overrated this year, and it was Allen's turnover issues. And here he is, turning the ball over.
Josh Allen is Jay Cutler.
And they're not winning the division right now. The Dolphins are, because he makes mistakes. Now Patrick Mahomes, I can't. I hate doing that. I hate giving quarterbacks like leeway on that shit. But there's a reason they lost to the Broncos.
Yeah.
He made mistakes. Like, there's reasons that the Chiefs aren't blowing out every team right now, and it's because Patrick Mahomes has been throwing interceptions. And that's a fact.
I think it's that, and also they don't have, you don't have any... I just think it's the receiver room, too.
Rasheed Rice is nice.
He's nice, but, they have no real continuity with that receiving room. And that's what shocked me, that they didn't try and go get somebody. Because, it seems like if it's not force-feeding Travis Kelce, their offense is stagnant.
I mean, you can even,
so
argue
weird.
it's, even last year, it was they had Juju.
Juju
was serviceable. He's a guy you can, if I really have to throw to a receiver and Travis Kelce's not open, Juju Smith. There you go.
Catch the ball.
He was just done being a number 2 in Pittsburgh. Now he's going to be the number 1 here. And then they were basically we have MVS. He'll do the same thing. No, he's not going to do the same thing. Because
we drafted Sky Moore.
Yeah, Sky Moore. They have all these this is what happens when you have 5 mid players on the same thing. There's not gonna, one guy needs to jump out, and he hasn't yet. I thought it was gonna be Rasheed Rice.
He sort of is. He's trying.
I hope he is.
He's trying
because it's not gonna be Sky Moore.
He leads the league in rack right now.
Really?
Yeah. Damn. His receiving after the catch, or his yards after catch is top of the league right now, and then. But he just doesn't I don't think Mahomes has that connection with him yet.
No, probably not.
That's what it is.
He makes some plays here and there. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think Mahomes.
It's only
Mahomes just doesn't trust any of those receivers yet. Any of them, and they've got another name that I liked a lot this year that isn't getting any playtime, and I think at this point he needs to. And it was Justin Ross coming out of the draft.
Yep.
At this point, Kadarius Toney, put him on the bench. Sky Moore looks like absolute shit. I would put him at the 4.
Is Kadarius Toney even getting tech? Is he playing?
He's still in the game.
That's crazy.
He's still getting reps, but it should be obviously Rasheed Rice at this point is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce's the one, but Rasheed Rice should be the one.
You can blame the receivers, but then some of these some of these Chief games that we watched,
Justin Ross was arrested on domestic battery.
Oh, that's on me. No, that's on me.
That's past week.
That's on me. I don't. No, my bad.
Okay.
No, so I did like him. Now we hate him. That's on me.
He will not be getting any reps anytime soon.
He's got arrested.
So Kadarius Toney, welcome back to the team, my brother.
Okay, well that still doesn't.
Okay, my fault. That is my fault.
That doesn't change what the fuck I was gonna say. But that's funny. Some of these Chiefs games that we're watching, just that Jets game sticks out. Some of these throws that he had, just fucking not even close.
Even the Vikings game to a certain extent.
The Vikings game, he's just it's just not working for him because he used to be able to just be fuck it, and he's just someone
Tyreek Hill down there somewhere.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill,
and someone's just gonna catch it. He didn't even last year. They didn't even have Tyreek Hill. He could still just someone's just gonna go get it. But this year now it's no, he just can't do it. And
I think teams are figuring them out a little
he's
bit.
like lofting balls too much, and they're just sailing on him.
Yeah.
And then safety's just like to the defense.
Teams are kind of starting.
And yeah, they're starting to figure him out. So
you have an